Welcome to the University of Alaska at Anchorage. This is Kundalini Yoga, a complete course for beginners. Originally, these classes were broadcast on TV. In these 12 segments, many students have benefited from the healthful and relaxing aspects of yoga, as well as the experience of consciousness that yoga produces. I hope you enjoy these classes. Sit back, watch them, practice them, and have a wonderful time with Kundalini Yoga. Hello, I'm Nirvar Khalsa. Come on, sit down and let's do some yoga. In this course, I'd like to encourage you to read the written material that comes with taking this course. If you're taking it for credit, you'll need to know some of the information that's in there about just exactly how you get credit for the course, when the midterm is, and what we're going to be covering this semester. If you're taking it for your enjoyment, I think that you'll find that the information is useful to you in understanding what we're doing here. In that packet, you'll find a definition of yoga, exactly what, in detail, what you'll be getting out of this course, and also some restrictions that may apply to certain body types, and certain physical restrictions you may have. So please read through that. Okay, I've taught yoga here at the University of Alaska for 18 years, and I've been practicing now yoga for 23 years. And I found it extremely enjoyable and quite elevating, uplifting, and it's done quite a bit for me. So it's kind of in that spirit that I'm sharing some of these techniques with you that have been taught to me by my teacher, Yogi Bhajan. Now, what we're going to start with in every class is a tune-in mantra. Then we'll do a warm-up stretching series, which we'll do at the beginning of every class. And pretty soon you'll memorize it, and you'll find it really prepares you to do more serious stretching and some of the exercises and kriyas and meditations and breathing exercises that we're going to do as well. And then at the end of class, we'll take a long, slow, deep relaxation, guaranteed the best rest you'll get all day, for somewhere between 5 and 11 minutes. And then we'll end with a projected healing meditation. Now, the words to some of the mantras that we're going to use, including our tune-in mantra, our projected healing meditation, which comes in a version of a song, you'll find in the written material that comes with this course as well. But we'll have some reminders to you that are flashed up on the screen, exactly, what the words are. And I'll do my best to, especially at the beginning of the course, to prepare you for these words and phrases that we're going to sometimes chant and sometimes sing, and sometimes just think about as we're sitting here and meditating. Now, to start with, our tune-in mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. The three main effects of mantra is in your written material, how it affects you on an actual physical, electrochemical level, by the stimulation of the meridian points in the mouth, how it affects you in your mental self, in that anything that you repeat tends to influence you. And the third effect is that since your physical body is just one of your 10 bodies, you have all these etheric bodies surrounding you. Any sound that or any vibration that you take on, it can be a mental sound, a mental message that you give yourself, or a sound that you create, tends to shape these etheric bodies, your aura, and other bodies that surround your actual physical body that are part of you, creates a wave pattern. Now, pronouncing these mantras are very important, and correct pronunciation. And these mantras can be in many different languages. It doesn't necessarily have to be in English. Some are in English, or in Sanskrit or Gurmukhi, which are the two languages that we're going to be using mantras. Man means mind, tra means to tune your mind. Now, so you can get the electrical chemical effects, so you can get those measurable changes in brainwave activity and activity in the glandular system and the nervous system, it's important to pronounce these correctly. You'll see this mantra on your screen right now. It's Om Namo Gurudev Namo, right? And we're going to chant that 3 times, taking a deep breath for each repetition. Now, Ong, what you do is you press the back of the tongue up against the roof of the mouth. Ong. and really feel like you're buzzing the top of the head and the sinuses. And now Mo, make that M very active to stimulate what the yogis call a moon center right here on the chin. Now Mo. And then Guru, that R sound is probably the most significant sound in Nad Yoga, or mantric science, which is a branch of yoga. It's a single rolled R, almost like a Spanish R, that you flick the tongue up against the roof of the mouth. It's Guru, not Guru, Guru. And then Dev Namo. Now the translation of this is salutations to the teaching force that exists outside of you and recognition of the wisdom within. And the reason we use this at the beginning of every class is to create your best learning experience. Do you have to chant this before you practice class? No, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. But it will really help you. And it will help you get as much as you can get out of this experience in terms of being able to receive information from the outside. Okay, that's the Ong Namo part. And also stimulate yourself from within, because you have a lot of natural and inborn wisdom that resides with you. Now this kind of yoga is called Kundalini Yoga. And Kundalini Yoga is a very safe and comprehensive system that includes physical exercises, breath control, and meditation. And I think you're going to really enjoy it and get a lot out of it. The whole glandular system and nervous system will be well affected. You'll find that your digestion is better. You'll find that you have a more youthful appearance. You'll find you'll gain and gather a deep sense of calm over a period of time. And you'll gain flexibility, strength, and immune system health too, as you do more of this yoga. And the more you do, the easier it comes. Okay, so let's chant this mantra now, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, 3 times, and then we can start our warm-up stretching series. Okay, first of all, place the palms together. This is called a mudra, or a hand position. Different mudras do different things. They mostly affect brain function. In this case, having the palms together like this will balance the left side of the body, which the yogis call the moon side, and the right side of the body, which the yogis call the sun side. It balances the body. Now place the base of the thumbs against the sternum. Okay? A little bit of pressure there helps you to concentrate. And now roll the shoulders back and down. Have the chest high, the chin level to the ground, and the eyes gently closed and focused at the brow point. Generally speaking, when we practice yoga, we like to have the eyes closed so you can concentrate on what's happening to you from the inside out. I know in this medium, it's a little bit difficult because you want to see what's going on, especially if there are words on the screen. If you need to keep looking at the screen, then that's okay. However, when you do feel comfortable with what you're doing, what I'd recommend is that you close your eyes as quickly as you can and just listen to the commands I'm going to give you with my voice. Okay? Now sit up tall, chest high, chin level. Lower back is tucked in, shoulders rolled back and down, eyes closed, focused, 1/2 inch up from the eyebrows and 1/2 inch out from the forehead. This is referred, and I'll refer to it as the brow point, or the third eye point, or Ajna chakra. And now spend a moment bringing your thoughts to this time and this place. Feel comfortable, alert, yet relaxed. Now let's use our tune-in mantra. We chant it 3 times to make sure that we have covered all the bases, the inner self, the outer self, and the blend and balance of the two. When you chant the first time, think and feel as though you're a point in the universe, a single concentrated point. Make yourself as concentrated as you can, and concentrate on the inner part of your core, just as you sit right here. And the second time we chant the mantra, spread yourself out. Let yourself distribute and spread out throughout the entire universe. Make yourself as big as you can. And the third time that we chant the mantra, blend the two. Your small self, your large self, your unit self, and your largest self. Okay, if you're not comfortable with this mantra, listen to it the first time through and see if you can join us the second and third times through. Okay, inhale deeply through the nose. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. And exhale, relax the breath and relax the hands. Very good. Let's do some warm-up stretching now. So stretch both legs out in front of you straight. This kind of stretching, we're going to do a bunch of exercises, working from the lower part of the body to the upper part of the body. And we're going to hold them for a pretty short period of time, 10 to 15 seconds per position. Just enough to get the blood flowing, to loosen yourself up, to get the energy flowing through the body. And so take it real easy with these. Don't overdo, don't underdo. We're going to do some more serious stretching and holding postures for longer periods of time once we're through with this warm-up stretching series. So this is like monkey see, monkey do. Do your best to follow along here. Okay, bring the left leg up. Keep this foot parallel to the ground. Hold on to the ankle. Bring the foot close to the chest. And now roll the ankle. The breath is normal as you do this. Okay, other side. During the semester, we're going to play some music during class, some different pieces of music that's very relaxing and uplifting. Usually they'll include mantra. And so it's just kind of nice to listen to the music. You'll find it quite pleasant to listen to. Okay, other side. Now, left knee to the right shoulder. Other side. Okay, now butterfly. Soles of the feet together. Keep the chest up high and lean forward. Now, left leg out in front, right foot against the inner thigh. Hold on to something, shin, ankle, or foot. Other side. Usually when we stretch on one side, we stretch on the other. Okay, now, place the left foot by the left hip with the top of the foot on the ground. If you can see my foot here, I don't want you to turn your ankle out like that. That's hard on the knee. Better to have the top of the foot on the ground like this. Have the knees together and lean back on the hands. Other side. Some of these exercises you'll feel, some you may not feel. Everybody's a little bit different, but you'll feel something during this set because we really cover all the bases. Okay, switch again. And this time lift the left hip, keeping the shoulders back, equal weight on both hands. Other side. Now butterfly again, soles of the feet together. Hold on to the toes. Feet lean forward. Keep the head up. Now keep the soles of the feet together and lie down flat on your back. Just let gravity pull your knees apart. Okay, knees up now, feet flat. Press the lower back against the carpet. Tilt the pelvis. Now cross the left leg over the right. This is a little bit tricky. And bring both knees down to the left side of the body. Keep the shoulders on the ground. You'll feel this in the lower back, throughout the back and the hip as well. Now switch, right over left, knees to the right. Okay, knees up, feet flat. Make the hands into a basket by interlacing the fingers and place the hands behind the head. And now lift the head up off the ground so that you can feel a stretch in between the shoulder blades and behind the neck. Head down now, keep the hands behind the head, press the elbows against the ground, have the shoulder blades together and the chest high. Now legs flat, stretch the arms up overhead on the ground, stretch up, point the toes away from the body. If you yawn in this position, it's pretty normal. Okay, now bring the knees up to the chest, hands on the shins, head up, nose between the knees. Rock a few times on the spine. And rock yourself up. Come up onto your hands and knees in cow pose. The hands are straight down from the shoulders, fingers pointing forward, elbows straight, heels are touching, knees are a bit apart. And lift the head up and back, and let the lower back drop down, tilt the pelvis forward. Now arch up into cat, push up through the shoulders, tilt the pelvis the other way, and bring the chin to the chest. Okay, come out of position. Sit cross-legged. Have the hands in a basket once again. Bring the arms up to about a 60-degree angle to the body, invert the grip so that the palms are out. And now push out from the shoulders. Straight up. Good, let go of the hands, catch the right hand, lean left and pull left without twisting the torso. It's a bend to the left. Other hand, other side. Now straighten up, have the right hand on the left elbow behind the head. Other side. Have the hands in a basket now, behind the head, elbows back, chest out. And relax the arms down. Okay, right hand on the left elbow, stretch the arm across the chest. Other side. And relax the arms down. Okay, now roll the head. Large, slow, smooth circle in one direction. It's okay if you hear a little clicking noise as you roll the head for the first time. Now reverse. And now bring the head upright. Now we're really going to have fun. We're going to do something called lion face. What you're going to do is you're going to open your mouth wide. You're going to stick your tongue way out. You're going to have your eyes wide and wild, and you're going to stiffen your fingers into claws. Okay? I'll count this down for you. 3, 2, 1, do it. Oh dear. The reason we do lion face right at the end is to kind of lighten you up, number one, because not only does it feel kind of strange to do from the inside out, believe me, it looks kind of strange too, but it also helps to relax the throat, the face, and the forehead especially. Okay, so that's our whole warm-up stretching series. Now, you may have found that a lot of those exercises that we've done are very familiar to you. Yoga has been incorporated into and integrated into our society. You'll find it in warm-ups and cool-downs for all kinds of exercise classes, whether it's aerobic or high school football. You'll even find yoga as adjuncts to physical therapy, you know, for chiropractors, for doctors. Yoga has really slid right into mainstream, and the things that we do are actually going to seem not only somewhat familiar to you because you've done them at some time or another, but they'll also make a lot of sense to you because yoga has been developed over a long period of time. Some estimates are, you know, as long as 25,000 years old, but it's at least 5,000 years old because some of the written texts that are still around in original form are at least 5,000 years old. So it's taken a long time to develop, and it's a very natural way of balancing the body. Here, I've got a good story for you. Once there was a king, and this was a big king, all right? This was he had a very rich and wealthy kingdom, and he was raised to be a king right from a child. And he was attended on hand and foot, and I would say he wasn't a people's king. He was more like a king's king. He was quite imperious. He had shielded and protected himself from his kingdom pretty well. Everything was done for him, you know. He rarely left the castle except to go out to make sure that his taxes were collected so that he could keep living his lifestyle. He's one of those kind of kings, you know. People would attend to him, turn down his covers at night, you know. There'd be someone waiting, you know, for him in the morning to play him beautiful music to wake him up, right? He had quite the kingly lifestyle. So this very rich and powerful king went to sleep one night, and he had this dream. And he dreamed he was poor. He was a peasant in his kingdom. And he lived in a small hut, and he had to sleep on a straw mat on the floor. And instead of beautiful perfumes wafting through his room, you know, it was the scent of animal dung. You know, instead of his soft feather bed, he had to sleep on the straw on the floor. And so he really experienced what it was to be a poor person in his kingdom. And since he still felt he was a king during his dream. It freaked him out pretty bad. He was quite disturbed by this. You know, this is exactly how harsh life it could be in that particular dimension. And so, literally, when he woke up screaming for his attendants, you know, because even in his sleepy eyes, when he was looking around his room, his palatial room, you know, he could still see the heaps of dung and the dirty walls, and he could still feel the cold from, you know, sleeping with no fire. And so his attendants come rushing in and say, "What is it? What is it, King?" And he says, "I am the king, aren't I? I really am. This is my palace. I'm in my palace. I'm in my room in my palace, aren't I?" And they reassured him, and finally he settled down, and his vision cleared, and he could see that once again he was the king. However, he was never the same again. Now that's a little bit like us. You know, it's our birthright, you know, to be in a state of yoga, which is a state of union, where you have harmony and balance in all parts of you, in your multidimensional self, right? Which is physical, which is mental, which is etheric, which is spiritual. And it's our birthright to have that, that energy, that health, that youth, and to be able to use our physical body to travel through life, and to use it to our best ability, and to be able to self-correct. That's really the key with yoga, to self-correct so that when you get out of balance a little bit, whether it's on a mental level or an emotional level, you know what you're feeling, you know what's happening in your body, you know what the emotions are doing and what you're feeling about something. You know how your mind goes and the patterns and that your mind goes into, you know, from your own experience. And you, whenever you get out of balance, you can bring yourself into a little, you know, better balance. And that's just like us. We're kings too. We're born as kings, and sometimes it's just a dream, you know, that we have these imbalances of ill health and depression and emotional turmoils. Okay, what we're going to do now is some more stretching. And if you found yourself, and you're sitting in this position now, and you're a little bit uncomfortable, especially if your knees go up like this and your pelvis rolls out, what I want you to do is, next time you view this class, or next class that we come to, or if you have the opportunity now, you're at home, go get something to sit on. It can be a towel, or it can be a little bit of pillow, or if you're sitting on a mat, pad, and blanket like this, elevate yourself a little bit so that the knees come down by sitting on something, and you'll find that you'll be more flexible through the lower, a little more comfortable through the lower back until you can get some more flexibility. You notice that we're all wearing loose, comfortable clothing. And helping me in this class is, I have two friends of mine, and they're, as you can see, that they're pretty flexible, and they really don't need something to sit on. This is Gary, and this is Laura. And we're all wearing loose, comfortable clothing, clothing that you can move in and that's not restrictive. What I would recommend is that you'd get a certain set of clothing that you would wear when you do yoga every time. That way when you put those clothes on, and by the way, you can wash them in between times. You don't have to stand them in a corner. You know, so that when you put those clothes on, you know you're ready to do yoga. Anytime you can create habit patterns for yourself and regulated environments, it really helps you get into routines. And this class will be quite effective if you practice once a week. But if you can practice more than once a week, 2 times a week, 5 times a week, every day, 7 times a week, then that's even better still. So it's all routine. Okay, now let's do a little bit of stretching. We're going to stretch out what the yogis call the life nerve, which roughly relates to the sciatic nerve, and help to relax the big muscles in the legs and stretch the lower back as well. So stretch the left leg out in front of you straight. Have the right foot against the inner thigh. Okay, now square the shoulders to the leg and keep this foot at a right angle to the ground. Don't let it lean, roll out, and rotate the hip out or in. Now reach down and catch something. It can be the shin, the ankle, or the foot. Best thing to do, though, is to keep the knee relatively flat. It'll lift up off the ground. You don't have to hyperextend the knee, but keep it relatively flat. You don't want it up like this. Okay? Now, stretch forward, then down, and now hold this position, forward, then down, right where you feel the challenge of the stretch, right where it's just a little bit uncomfortable. We don't want it to be painful. In this exercise system, we're not seeking to hurt ourselves. You know, yoga is definitely not no pain, no gain. Yoga is a gentle system that can really help you gain flexibility over a period of time, and it's best not to rush. Just really take it easy, take your time. Now I want you to hold this position right where you're feeling just a bit uncomfortable, where you're challenged by the stretch. And I want you to lengthen your breath now. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Breathe a bit longer, slower, and deeper than normal. And then when you find yourself getting a bit more comfortable, then you can stretch more. And in that direction of forward and then down. In this stretch, we're not trying to dive to our knee, where it's more like we're trying to place the top of the head on the top of the foot. Just take it easy, take your time. When you feel comfortable, you can stretch a bit more, but not until that time. Most of these exercises that we're going to do this semester will be somewhere between 1 minute and 3 minutes. So we're going to hold this about 1 more minute. Thirty seconds more. Inhale, and exhale, slowly rise up. Okay, other side. Same thing on the other side. Hold on to something, whatever is comfortable for you, shin, ankle, or foot. Stretch forward then down where you feel the challenge of the stretch. Hold the position and do slow, deep breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. You'll find that your flexibility changes throughout the day. In the mornings, you're less flexible than the late afternoons or early evenings. In the early morning, especially when you first wake up, you tend to be more stiff. So take that into account. Depending on, your habit pattern, how much you've been stretching, and what time of day it is, you might have a little different flexibility. So you always won't get the same kind of stretch. It really doesn't matter in this position how much you can stretch, by the way. Whatever you can do, you work with what you have and within your abilities and in your range of motion. Our range of motion will increase. You will gain flexibility this semester. But you are stimulating your nervous system, what the yogis call the life nerve. You are helping to relax the biggest muscles in the body, which tend to carry a lot of tension, by the way. That's the big muscles in the legs, and you're stretching the back as well. So really just take it easy, take your time. "30 seconds more. Inhale. And exhale, slowly rise up. Very good. Stretch both legs out in front of you. Shake the legs out just a little bit. You're good. Now sit cross-legged. And have the hands on the shins right above the ankles. What we're going to do is something called a spine flex exercise. Basic spine flex, one of the foremost exercises for the lower back. Also helps change brainwave activity. This has been tested and measured. Gives you more of those brain waves associated with being calm and relaxed, especially after about 3 minutes. 3 minutes is about when the change occurs. So we'll do the spine flex for about 3 minutes. Okay, there's 2 positions to the spine flex, an inhale position and an exhale position. The inhale position, you lift the chest up high, have the chin level to the ground, and when you exhale, you roll out, right? The hips go back, pelvis tilts back, you collapse the chest, but the chin remains level to the ground. And this is inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. You inhale up, you exhale back. Okay, inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back, and continue. Just go at the same steady pace. Now in the classes I've taught over the years, probably there's 2 things that students tell me at the end of the semester, and that is, more than anything else. One, they've enjoyed the relaxation during the class, learning different techniques for relaxation, and the deep sense of relaxation that they get over a period of time, the ability to relax quickly and to be calm and relax most of the time, and techniques for learning how to relax. And the other main comment is their backs feel better, right? There's 2 things involved with back health. Stretching your back on a regular basis using exercises like this and some of the exercises that we will practice subsequently this semester. And also biomechanics, right? It's often good to become very aware, and you will gain a heightened body awareness, not only in class by concentrating on the body and what it's doing and how it's feeling, but outside of class as well. How you sit, how you walk, your posture, the chair you sit in, the kind of clothing that you wear, all those things, how you carry your books if you're a student, all those have a lot to do with what kind of shape your back is in. So you gain awareness, strength, and flexibility throughout the entire back and spine, which is just wonderful. There's nothing worse than having your back out of whack. Okay, we're going to go another minute here. Just keep a nice, steady pace. Seconds more. And exhale, relax the breath, sit comfortably, remain sitting cross-legged however, have the hands in the lap, and keep the eyes closed, just rest a moment. We like to rest in between exercises for a couple reasons. One, to allow the body to rebalance, since yoga really affects the glandular system and the nervous system. It's a good accompaniment to other kinds of exercise that may affect you more aerobically. But it takes time for the nervous system to rebalance, and what you've stimulated in terms of your glandular system, for that to rebalance in the body as well. So it's good to rest between exercises or after groups of exercises. Okay, good. Come out of position and up on the hands and knees. We did this as part of our warm-up stretching series, cow pose. This is a total back exercise, works all 26 vertebrae, stimulates thyroid and parathyroid glands, helps to release energy that's stored at near the fourth lumbar vertebra. Yogis call this energy prana, and generally speaking, kind of increases the color in your face so that you look healthy and feel healthy. Makes the eyes bright as well. Okay, so there's two parts to this, and what we're going to do is we're going to combine them in a movement. Okay, there's cow pose. What we're going to do is inhale, and you lift the head up and back, keeping the elbows straight, knees apart about 6 inches, but heels touching. And then you tilt the pelvis forward so that you're sway back just slightly. And then you're going to exhale, arch up, push up through the shoulders, chin on the chest, tilt the pelvis the other way. Okay? Inhale, cow. Exhale, arch up, cat. 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 Continue. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. We get a good stretch in both directions. It's best during these exercises if you can really go through them consciously. There is a tendency, especially after you get familiar with basic exercises and some of the things that we're going to do, for the mind to wander, especially for the mind to wander onto superficial things that are bothering you. Sometimes during a meditation or a breathing exercise, a pranayama, you may go deeper than that, down to some more root causes, or even further than that into subconscious causes. But generally speaking, you know, the mind will wander to things that you're thinking about doing or have done, you know, mundane things like the laundry, food, your pets, that kind of thing. And so it's best just to gently remind yourself to stay here with the exercise, to feel the body, concentrate on the breath pattern, and doing the best you can with the exercise. Will really enhance your experience of the exercise, and will also really allow you to figure out what these exercises are doing for you and how you feel about them, how they change your frequency of mental pattern, how they change your emotional structure and nature, and just the kind of physical changes that are going on with the body. Do your best to stay present, stay here with the exercise. 30 seconds more. Inhale, cow, spine pressed down, head arch back. And now exhale yourself into baby pose. Bring the knees together, sit on the heels, and bring the forehead on the ground with the arms by the sides, hands by the ankles, palms up. If you can't do this, if you don't have the flexibility in the knees, if you're carrying a lot of extra weight around here, it's okay to place the hands on the ground in front of you like this and even lift the rear end up a little bit higher. This is called baby pose or child pose. It's good posture for relaxing, brings extra circulation into the brain. It's very easy on the heart, brings flexibility to the hips and to the lower back. It's good for the circulation. It's a good resting posture to do after doing cow-cat. Okay, good. Now slowly rise up out of position and come off the knees and heels. Straighten out the legs, shake them out just a little bit. And now once again sit cross-legged. Okay, sitting comfortably cross-legged, bring the hands onto the knees, gently grasp the knees with the hands. Now what I want you to do is to roll your shoulders in big circles. Really work that shoulder tension out. Also good for the lymphatic system. Just big circles with normal breath. Few more. Now relax the shoulders. Keep the hands on the knees and begin rolling the head in a large, slow, smooth circle in one direction. This is not comfortable for you. You can keep the chin level to the ground and slowly turn it from side to side. Head rolls are great for bringing extra circulation to the head, good for headaches and neck tension. Stimulates the higher glands, thyroid, parathyroid, pituitary and pineal gland. Really good for taking tension out of the neck and shoulders. Just roll very slowly, big circle. Now reverse, go the other way. Really let the tension go from the shoulders and neck. Inhale, bring the head upright. And exhale. Very good. Come out of position now. Slowly and smoothly stretch the legs out in front of you straight and lie down flat on your back. Have the arms by the sides, palms up, eyes are gently closed, breath is soft and normal. This is where we deeply relax. What I'm going to do is help you to relax through a mental method, purely mental. We'll practice a couple different kinds of relaxation techniques. What I want you to do now is to concentrate on the body part by part, working from the feet all the way up to the head, and I'll guide you through this, and to allow yourself to totally and completely relax. During this relaxation period, by the way, you don't have to consciously hold on. Don't feel as though you have to do slow, deep breathing. Just let the breath go. Don't feel as though you have to stay present at this time. You'll find that this deep relaxation, sometimes you get in the in-between state. It's almost like you're sleeping. And if you do fall asleep, that's great, because I'll be waking you up in a few minutes. But follow my instructions now and allow yourself to totally and completely relax. Okay, first of all, concentrate on the feet, soles of the feet, tops of the feet, toes, heels, and ankles. Relax the feet. And now relax the legs, the calves, the shins, the knees, and the thighs. Relax the legs. Relax the pelvic area, the abdomen, the buttocks, the hips, and the waist. And now relax the arms and hands, the fingers, the palms, the thumbs, and the wrists. Relax the forearms, elbows, upper arms, and shoulder. Now relax the front part of the body, the stomach, the diaphragm, the rib cage, and the chest. And now relax the back, lower back, middle back, upper back, and shoulders. Relax the throat and the neck. Relax the face, the chin, the lips, the cheekbones, the ears, the nose, the eyes, the forehead, and the scalp. Let this body go, totally and completely relax. hands now and roll the feet. Feel the body, turn the hands and feet in small circles. Now stretch the arms up overhead, big stretch up. Keep the arms on the ground. Now twist the body from side to side by bending one knee, twisting the torso over the straight leg. Now the other side. Okay, now rub the hands together and rub the soles of the feet together vigorously. Draw the knees up to the chest. Now rock a few times on the spine, back and forth, and now rock yourself up. Good. Sit cross-legged. Just the way we started class with the palms together at the heart center. What we're going to do is a projected healing meditation now, and what I want you to do is mentally pick out a person that you'd like to help or heal. As you see this person, as you feel them, have them at their very best, their healthiest, their happiest. It can be someone that needs healing energy, someone that's not feeling well physically, mentally, emotionally, or someone that you're having a conflict with. Oftentimes conflicts can't be resolved, or they come to stopping places, loggerheads. And it's good to work on them from another dimension and from another angle. Singing the Sunshine Song to someone that you have a conflict with can really clear a lot of things up quickly. So pick out a person now, keep them in your mind's eye, see them, feel them, and we'll sing the song. We'll sing it through twice, and at the end we'll chant a long Sat and a short Nam. Sat means truth and light, Nam means existence. Inhale deeply. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Sat Nam. Now inhale, bend forward from the waist, place the hands on the ground, forehead to the ground. And exhale, come up and relax your hands. Sat Nam. See you next class.